Now it's time for Birds and Brains with your host, Quentin Quill, and special guest, Dr. Aviari, and live via satellite, brain function specialist, Dr. Arlene R. Taylor. Here's Quentin.
Oh my, stop it! Stop it! Too kind? Oh, you're absolutely too kind. Stop it already! Hello and welcome to Birds and Brains, where we talk about intriguing bird facts and the mildly amusing brains of humans. Ooh. I'm Quentin Quill, a rose-breasted cockatoo and your host. And over there is Clifford, an African gray. Say hi, Clifford.
Hi, Clifford.
Our topic today is stressors, but wait for it. Ho! I think this is what the kids call groovy. I'm stressed. Cannot explain it, but I'll do my best. It's the tension inside that I can't hide, and it's putting my nerves to the test. Where does it come from? I don't know, but I feel it from my beak to my toes. Not sure how to handle it. Anxiety grows and grows.
Quentin,
oh, no.
You're stressed, you're very, very stressed. No matter how you try, you can't deny you're very, very stressed.
I don't understand this. Why me? I have everything a bird can need. I have a TV show, a fancy perch, and a lifetime supply of birdseed. How to fix this? I haven't a clue. Maybe you're feeling stressors too. Get Dr. Taylor on the line, and in the nick of time, she'll tell us all what to do. Oh, yes! Taylor! Paige and Dr. Taylor! So let's fly right in and get Dr. Taylor on the line.
Will do, Q.
Hello, Dr. Taylor.
Hello, Quentin.
Give us an overview about stressors.
Well, I think of stressors as falling into one of three big buckets or categories. The first bucket is called eustress. It's positive stress that helps you learn and grow, like getting more education, becoming more skilled in your favorite sport through dedicated practice, taking a new job, partnering, having children, and so on. Even meeting deadlines can be eustress if you perceive that it's doable, you're making useful contributions, and perceive some level of success.
Okay, what's the second basket?
Bucket number 2 is called distress. Outright undesirable stress that can negatively impact you and those you care about, to say nothing of your personal property. Things like a tsunami, cyclone, flood, fire, plane crash, the untimely death of someone you love. It is possible to recover from distress, although it's a process that requires cleanup, physically and emotionally. Estimates are that at least half of the problems most people wrestle with tend to be the result of how they are thinking.
That's very interesting, Doc.
And what's the third basket called?
That would be mistress, spelled MISSTRESS, which refers to hidden or unrecognized stressors. Things like long commutes, sitting for hours at a computer, or standing at an assembly line without frequent breaks. Identifying and labeling these hidden stressors give you an opportunity to address them and deal with them more effectively.
Dr. Aviari, do birds experience the same types of stressors as humans?
I believe that they do. For example, finding a suitable site and building a nest takes a great deal of work. Birds must collect appropriate construction materials, sometimes flying them in from several miles away. they must not only use the materials they gathered, but also protect them from would-be thieves. When finished, the nest provides a great deal of comfort, pleasure, and safety for birds in the wild. To me, that represents eustress.
Makes sense to me, Doc.
On the other hand, distress might include forest fires, earthquakes, tsunamis, terrible wind, rain, snow, or ice storms. Their nest might be destroyed along with members of their family, and if the particular species of birds mate for life, that can be a terrible blow. Although they might recover, they may remain unpartnered for the rest of its natural life.
That's pretty sad.
Here's an interesting example of misstress. A cowbird lays her eggs in the nest of another bird. The expecting bird then cares for the egg, which, regardless of the unnatural size, considers it to be her own. Once the eggs hatch, the larger fledgling takes over the nest and in the process shoves the biological offspring out of the nest to their deaths.
That's horrible.
I agree with you, Clifford.
Unfortunately, that's the way it is in the wild.
Is there anything you want to add from a human perspective, Dr. Taylor?
People sometimes talk about how a stressful pregnancy can impact a baby negatively. Well, turns out it's not just maternal stress. Dr. Bales' studies with mice at the University of Maryland School of Medicine have shown that severe or chronic stress can alter the father's sperm, which then can alter the brain development of the child that was conceived from those sperm.
So, Doc, what do you think is the single most important concept for humans in terms of dealing with stressors?
Perceptions, Quentin. Perceptions.
What do you mean, perceptions?
The word perception can be defined as the process of becoming aware of something through all your senses. The 20/80 rule states that only 20% of any negative impact is due to the stressor. 80% is due to what you think about the stressor and the weight you give to it. That involves perceptions. And guess what? You can do almost everything about the 80% because your brain creates your perceptions.
Great! Well, that brings us to the end of today's program. Thanks to avian researcher Dr. Aviari and my favorite human brain function consultant, Dr. Arlene Taylor. Until next time, I'm Quentin Quill, wishing you from all of us here at Birds and Brains a toolbox filled with skills to manage distress and mistress and build a life overflowing with lots of eustress. Say goodbye, Clifford.
Goodbye, Clifford.
Birds and Brains is filmed before a live avian audience.